Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here, and today we're stepping into one of the biggest fire element updates we've seen in a long time. The developers have finally revealed Asherona's full skill set, and trust me, there are a few mechanics hidden in this kit that will change how fire teams function forever. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn opens the door to completely new strategies. Asherona is the new Fire Titan, and she works in a similar way to Verdok because she also has the summoner role. This means she brings a summoned creature, Pyro, onto the battlefield. Summoners are a special type of Titan, and Asherona follows that design. Now let's look at her artifacts. Her first artifact, Ranyi's Eye, is unique to her. The second artifact is the Fire Crown, and this one is shared by all Fire Titans, so she keeps the same fire identity as the rest of her element. Her third artifact is the Seal of Nature, and this is a unique artifact that only Summoner Titans use. Verdok has the same one, which confirms that Asherona belongs to the same Summoner category. In short, Asherona is the fire version of a Summoner Titan. Pyromania is Asherona's main skill, and it works in a very simple way. When the fight starts, Asherona summons a small fire creature called Pyro. As soon as Pyro appears, he damages all nearby enemies and puts a mark on each of them. This mark is called Smoldering Brand. While Pyro is alive, he keeps putting this mark on enemies every 10 seconds. The important part is how the mark works. When an enemy has this mark and your other titans hit that enemy, the mark explodes. The explosion deals extra damage and also hits enemies standing close to the target. The more your team hits marked enemies, the more explosions you get. That is why Asherona works well with titans who hit fast or hit multiple enemies. Pyro cannot be attacked directly. Enemies cannot target him. But Pyro shares health with Asherona. Whenever Asherona loses health, Pyro loses the same amount. If Asherona dies, Pyro disappears. Now, here is something very important. If we look at Fire Titans in general, none of them attack the backline. All Fire Titans focus only on the front line, except for the Fire Totem. The Fire Totem is the only thing in the fire element that reaches the enemy backline when it activates. This creates a powerful synergy with Asherona. When the Fire Totem deals damage to the backline, it will also hit enemies who have the Smoldering Brand. This instantly triggers explosions on those marks and deals extra damage to the whole team. Because of this, Asherona becomes the first Fire Titan who actually helps fire teams damage the entire enemy lineup, not only the tank in front. In simple words, Asherona marks enemies, and your titans, especially the Fire Totem, make those marks explode. This creates big area damage and helps fire teams finally hit both the front and the back line. As long as Asherona stays alive, the explosions keep happening. So when you combine titans, you need to keep in mind to pair Asherona with titans that are capable of dealing damage to all enemy titans. Titans like Eden, who hits every enemy, Silver, Angus, Mary, Nova, Hyperion, Solaris, Amon, and others who can damage the backline will trigger even more explosions and make Asherona's marks much stronger. Spiritual Bond, Fire is Asherona's second skill, and it has two very important effects. First, Asherona counts as 2 Fire Titans for Fire Totem activation. This means you can activate the Fire Totem with just Asherona and 1 more Fire Titan. Because of this, fire teams suddenly have many more combination options with light, dark, and mixed elemental setups. Now let's talk about the second part of this skill, because this is the part players misunderstand the most. In combat, Asherona and Pyro together generate more energy toward activating the Fire Totem. This works exactly like Earth Titans too, so the explanation applies to both elements. Normally, a full team of 5 Fire Titans generates more energy than a team of 4, simply because more Fire Titans are present on the battlefield. But with Asherona, you get an extra boost. For this extra bonus energy to happen, Pyro must be on the battlefield. When Pyro is active, Asherona's team generates energy as if there are 6 Fire Titans instead of 5. If Pyro is not summoned or he disappears because Asherona takes damage or dies, then this extra energy bonus is gone. To make it easy to understand, here's a simple comparison. The energy generation of a team like Araji, Asherona, Vulcan, and Moloch is very similar to a team with Ignis, Araji, Vulcan, and Moloch. The only difference comes from the damage Asherona deals versus the damage Ignis deals. But once Asherona summons Pyro, the battlefield behaves like there is one extra Titan. This is why the Fire Totem charges faster with Asherona than with Ignis. So in simple words, Asherona counts as 2 Fire Titans for Totem activation, and when Pyro is on the field, your team generates energy as if you had 6 Fire Titans instead of 5. And that wraps up everything you need to know about Asherona. She brings Pyro to the battlefield, she marks enemies for massive explosions, she finally gives fire teams real backline pressure, and with her spiritual bond she can activate the Fire Totem faster than any other Fire Titan in the game. Combine her with Titans who hit multiple targets, mix her into hybrid lineups, and you unlock a completely new level of fire team strategy. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about Asherona? Have you tested her in your teams yet? And which combinations do you believe will dominate the meta? Share your thoughts and your experiences below, I always read the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay ahead with the strongest strategies, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the upcoming guides. Thank you for watching, heroes. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep pushing your limits. Salute and friendship.